Listen, I don't know who this is for, but God would pull me out of this hermit season that I've been in for the past couple of weeks to share this with you. Whatever situation that you're finding yourself in, whatever experience that you're having, whatever it is that's on your mind right now, and it's there constantly, it's there consistently, whatever that thing is that hurts you emotionally, mentally, perhaps physically, financially, whatever that thing is that you're dealing with, God says, stop it. That's enough now. Stop it. That's enough now. And he's not talking to the problem or the situation that you're experiencing. This is not a Jesus waking up and rebuking the wind and the waves type of situation. No, he's not speaking to the problem. He's speaking to you. Stop it. That's enough now. Stop what? I'm glad you asked. Stop dealing with that situation the way that you have been dealing with it so far. That anger that you won't let subside, that has you looking at everybody as if they're the enemy, that has you questioning friends without evidence, that has you recreating scenarios and episodes in your mind without evidence, but you got a full-blown motion picture in your head of what's going on and what people are doing to you and how this is going to affect you and how they wronged you and how they hurt you and who they are, and you want to give them a piece of your mind, and finding people that can co-sign with you and validate your anger and talk smack about that other person too. Stop it. That's enough now. That pity party that you've been throwing, that drapes shut real tight, darkness in your room. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to take care of yourself. You're not eating right. You're not sleeping right. You're not doing the things that you love. You're not calling for help. You've isolated yourself. That pity party that's been going on for days and weeks, and you are the only invitee, has turned into a pity rager. Stop it. That's enough now. That living your best life lie that you try to convince yourself with and portray to others, the image that it didn't bother you like folks think it should have, that you're over it. It wasn't a big deal. It doesn't matter to me. I'm living my best life. That false coping, that faulty view on how to respond to that situation. Because truth of the matter is, after you come home from that bar, after you come home from the club, after you come home from hanging out with a whole bunch of friends and people and living your best life, you find yourself not even able to sleep. Because when them club lights turned on and you found yourself home, you can't get to sleep because it's replaying and you're reliving it and it's being reenacted in your mind. That you can't get rest in a comfortable bed. Stop it. That's enough now. Stop handling it the way you've been handling it. Because if you can be honest with yourself, all of that anger, that lashing out, all of that pity party, pity rager, all of that living your best life fallacy, none of it is helping. You're still in the same situation. Hasn't changed one bit. You are still the same. You haven't changed one bit. God says, put down that rod that you've got in your hand so that you can be angry. Put down that bucket that you're holding on to catch your tears because you've been feeling sorry for yourself and hopeless. He says, put down that Instagram, put down that Facebook, put down that camera where you can select the best picture to show the world. He says, put all that stuff down, stop it. That's enough now. It hasn't been helping. It's got you stuck, not moving, not doing all, being all, saying all, going all, not being who he designed you to be. And he lets you get your emotions out. He lets you have your tantrum. He lets you settle in that pity for a little bit. He lets you put on that fake persona for a bit, but now, stop it. That's enough. Put down that rod, put down that bucket, put down that camera, and pick up a mirror. Because it's in that mirror, in that reflection, in that image, is where you'll find the common denominator to anything and everything that you will experience in this life. And that, my friend, that, my brother, my sister, that common denominator, that thing that you only have control over, the only thing that you can force, that you can discipline, that you can command to change, to see things differently, to move differently, to act differently, to respond differently, to observe differently, to perceive the world around you differently. The only thing you got control over is you. It's easy to blame everybody else. It's easy to feel sad and not do nothing and justify it. It's easy to fake it till you make it. It's easy to handle the situation like you've been handling it so far. But you know what's hard? What's hard is looking at yourself in the mirror and asking yourself a whole bunch of questions. Questions like, why did you stay as long as you did? Questions like, why do you keep choosing that type? Questions like, why did I keep my mouth shut when I know I had something to say? Or why did I blurt out whatever I said when I should have kept that to myself or had that discussion in private? Or why did I go there with this person that I know ain't good for me? Or why do I have such a small circle of friends? Or why do I have so many friends? Or why do I like the things that I like that are damaging to me? Why do I like the things that I like that are helpful to me? Why? Why do we do the things that we do? Why do you do the things that you do? That's hard. Because that's looking on the inside. That's looking at things that were built up, that were developed, that were defined, starting way back to where we were little man and princess. And we've put those walls up so that nobody can see that, so that nobody can see the inside of us, including ourselves. Stop it. That's enough now. The answer to change, the answer to changing both your situations, the answer to changing who you are, the answer to being the best version of yourself, not just for you, but for your friends, your family, everybody in your circle. I need you to be the best version of you for me, because we all need each other. The answer to being all that lies in you, and it lies in the answers to those whys. Stop dealing with your situation the way you've been. It's not helping. Start looking in that mirror and asking yourself the tough questions. And watch the best version of you come through on the other side. I love you. God bless.